Please go ahead.
My name is Cookie Regina Osman, commonly called Raisa as well, which I actually prefer to be called by. That was my new name when I converted to Islam. So that for me is more acceptable than just calling me Cookie. I'm 48 years old, and my highest qualification is a BA degree, where I majored in English and communication science.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Raisa. So we're going to go ahead and start with our interview questions for tonight. My first question to you is, why do you like teaching?
Oh, I love it with a passion. I've been teaching 27 years. In 2008, I thought I had enough and I quit. I resigned. And then within a few months, within the year, I realized I was missing something. And I went back to it and I realized this is my life's purpose. It's what I do and what I've been doing for a very long time and what I do best. And that is why I went back to teaching, and I don't regret the decision. It was good to have taken a break, so to reassess exactly where I want to go. And it pointed me in the same direction. This is what you do best. And I went back to it.
Wonderful.
Like
I think everybody has a
for a
talent,
moment.
and
I
we
just
should stick
love
to
it with a passion.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next one. What would you say is your strongest attribute as a teacher?
Oh, I'm very, very diligent. I'm very, very hardworking. I'm methodical in organizing my files, my work. My preparation is done well in advance. Currently, I'm an education specialist, which means that I supervise 9 other people's work. So I believe in leading by example. You cannot lead by example if you are not organized yourself. And I was also encouraged to apply for another promotion post, which I declined because I enjoy teaching and supervising. If I had accepted the acting position, which is effective from the 1st of January 2015, I wouldn't get to teach. I am not an office-based person. That is not why I took up teaching. I wouldn't want to become principal or head of an institution because you don't have contact with your students on a one-to-one basis. So enjoy it with a passion like that. And my strongest attribute, people always pointed out to me, is my leadership qualities as well. You guided your department well. Why don't you go higher? And I realized it's not what I want.
All right, thank you very much for that, Raisa. Let's go ahead and move on to our next question then. And why do you think English is important? And how would you benefit a student learning the language?
Okay, 1 billion people on the planet speak the language, and 80% of all information on the world's computers is in English. It is vitally important to know the language because your major first world countries, English is the first language. I mean, you're talking about the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and other countries, English is a second language. So there's no reason why anybody should not learn the language. If you are going to be confined to a particular space, not wanting to travel, well, you're limited in terms of being confined to that area. But the fact is, you've got access to the internet, and you've got a wealth of information at your fingertips.
Let's go ahead and
so
move on.
So there's every reason why anybody,
for example, if we do get disruptive learning every now and again in the
communication as well.
I would like to know from you, how do you think you would handle such a situation, and also bear in mind the language barrier that is often involved? How would you deal with that situation?
Okay, firstly, I familiarize myself. If it's a new environment, I will familiarize myself with the code of conduct of the school, exactly what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And I have my own code of conduct in my classroom as well. Mutual respect for each other, tolerance of other people's diversities, barriers, whatever the case may be. I make it a point of pointing out the rules to every new class that I face at the beginning of the year. class, I'm so and so. You deal with it there and then, very firmly, but giving the student the impression that you are not coming down on them to compromise or to harm them in any way, but just to correct behavior at that particular time, to point out this is not acceptable. Please do not do that anymore. If a student repeatedly, the same student does the same thing, then obviously another route has to be taken. Make a note of what the student has done. Verbal warning would be fine, and then a written warning, and then if it's still not corrected, then I would refer the student.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Raisa. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Why have you chosen Saudi Arabia as a destination to teach?
Okay, my husband has been working in Saudi Arabia now for a year, and he's been having a fantastic experience. His head office is in Dammam, and working in Sheba. And I've given him the year to actually settle in and so on, and I was looking for what I could do. I can't see myself going to another country and just sitting and doing nothing. I have a lot of, I do enjoy it immensely, and I'm also looking forward to a change of environment, a new challenge. I want to learn a new language as well. I'm looking forward to that. There are so many things I'm excited. Change means growth.
Right.
Time for me to grow. My husband has grown immensely. I also want that, and my children are all grown up. The eldest is 25, the other one is 22, the youngest is 16. We have an extended family. My mother-in-law lives with us, so it's not going to be an issue where I'm just upping and just leaving them, destitute or whatever the case may be. So everybody's for it. They're saying, go for it, Mom. If you want to go, we'll be fine. So I have the support of everybody behind me, and the fact that my husband's been there and has already clued me up as to, okay, this is acceptable, that's not acceptable, and this is how they do things there or whatever. It would be nice to also be close to him. The year has been difficult, but manageable. But I could see him twice a month instead of 3 times a year. That would be great. But I'm looking forward to actually growing as a person and to being in a new environment. I like that. I like getting out of the comfort zone. I've been
wonderful. Okay, and my last and final question for you is, why should the employer hire you?
To move on and to face new challenges and do different things. I don't just teach. I do so much more. I am very sporty. I get involved myself in the sporting activities of the institution. If there's an event being organized, I'm always asked to help with the decor, help with the food, and help. And if a task is assigned to me, I go the extra mile, and people know, you know what, give it to Raisa, she'll get it done. And that's all they need to tell me. I would use money out of my own pocket. I would go the extra mile. I would do whatever needs to be done.
All right.
And unfortunately,
wonderful, Raisa. Thank you so much for joining us for the interview this evening.
We want you to help with
and I just want to say have a lovely evening further.
To some things. I can't do everything.
Well, if I can answer them, I'll try.
Okay.
All right. So that's an answer that's actually going to be spoken to you with by the recruiter, okay,
yes.
which is
so
Muhammad, I believe.
To the position,
so he will explain everything that you need to know. All right. So in terms of those types of questions, he's the one that handles them. Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay, great.
All right. Once again, that is a question that he's going to answer.
The grades, and is it
I'm
an
sorry about that,
international school?
Raisa, but
Is it
most
a
of the
school for
what you
just
want to know is something that he will be able
because
to
I've
answer.
heard there are
I'm sure if you pop him
international,
an
British
email,
American
he'll be able to
British
answer all of
schools, and
that.
there's American schools,
Right.
and there's Saudi schools.
All right, wonderful.
Is it?
Okay, thank you very much and have a